Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so I was talking about volume. So here is when you talk about volume, you're going to three dimensions. So if you look here, we have a length, which is one dimension, and that's going to be measured in meters. We have a width, which is another dimension, and that's going to be measured in meters. And then we have a height, which is your third dimension measured in meters. So meters multiplied by meters multiplied by meters, and that's where the meters cubed comes from. And again, there's that argument between the SI unit and the more appropriate unit depending on what you're measuring. Okay, so that's volume. And again, I have a little investigation for you to do. So I hope you're going to be able to do this. Right. So the first thing is measuring the volume of a liquid. And so take a quantity of liquid, doesn't really matter how much it is, and I want you to accurately, that's the important part, accurately measure its volume. Okay? Next is the volume of a regular solid. So a regular solid would be something that fits, like generally speaking, a regular solid would be rectangular. I have like science book as an example. I don't know, like if you have a math set, that would be a good example of a regular solid. You might have a lunchbox, again, good example of a regular solid. So anything like that, generally speaking, I mean, technically, obviously you could have something that's a cone and stuff like that, but in the science lab, it tends to be rectangular. So yeah, if you can pick a few things and measure their volume. And then the last two things, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to do this. It kind of depends who's supervising you, if they'll allow you to do it or not. But measuring the volume when it's an irregular solid. Okay, so when it's a regular solid, based on what I discussed a minute ago, that should be easy enough to measure. Okay, I'm not going to say much more. However, when it's like the two things I've chosen here is a small stone and a large stone. So when you're measuring the volume of a small stone or a large stone, like it's not straightforward because it doesn't have any length to measure or width to measure. It doesn't have anything like that. So again, how do you do it? Okay. Now, I'm not sure. I think you might be tight on time doing all of these. So my proposal is that this takes today and when's our next class? It's a Tuesday. To get this investigation done. So I'm going to put like this day next week as the due date on this. So I'm going to give you today's class and Tuesday's class to get through this, and hopefully you will have Miss Stack and she might be able to help you out and allow this to go ahead in the lab. If for any reason you're not able to do, I mean there's no problem with the top two, but if there's any reason you're not able to do the third one here, I have a list here. So I'm making a list of any experiments, and if you can't get them done in the lab while I'm not there, we'll do them when I get back, okay? But hopefully you'll be able to do it, okay? So essentially for today, for the rest of the class today, once you have your notes taken down, I want you to measure the volume of a liquid. I want you to measure the volume of a number of regular solids, okay? So 3 plus, please. And then there's two more experiments. So one is to measure the volume of a small stone, and then one is to measure the volume of a large stone. Okay, so hopefully when you do a bit of research on them, you'll realize why we need two different methods. Okay, so you're going to have 4 different little write-ups. How will you do it? Step by step on how you did it. What do you need? What is the apparatus, and how is it arranged? And again, I don't know why I keep leaving this out. Give me your results, and based on my analysis of Tuesday's homework, will you please convert your result to SI units? Okay, so if you're measuring in centimeters, that's absolutely fine because that's appropriate, but you need to convert to SI, which is meters. All right, so that's your homework. Like I said, that needs to be written up between today and next Tuesday, and it's due for next Friday. Okay? All right, have a great weekend. I will kind of talk to you again on Tuesday, but obviously it will just be with a bit of an update. Okay.